All right, chat. We have an interview to wait, a month ago? Okay. We have an interview from a month ago. Hopefully, this is the interview I'm thinking about because there's been some quotes that popped up that people have told me about where Jeremy said that he's ready to prove himself. I'm assuming it's from this interview, right? So we're going to watch it. I'm very curious to see what comes out of this. So, yeah. Actually, let me do a call of action. If you guys enjoy the videos, please give this video a like, right? It would mean the world to me. It actually helps a lot, helps the channel a lot. So yeah, do that for me. All right. Do that for your boy. And subscribe, I guess. There's a lot of people that watch these videos and aren't actually subscribed. So check and make sure you're subscribed. But I don't think it was this one, but this was good. Oh crap. Am I watching the wrong one then? Okay. If it's good. Should I speed it up a little bit? Because this is a long video. I speed up just a little bit. You guys can't hear anything.
Ask you questions you've never been asked before. If you could transition your home to any national monument worldwide with guaranteed transportation to the game, where are you living?
Probably Paris, the Louvre.
Oh, in the Louvre.
Yeah.
Have you been?
I've never been, but I've been like around that whole area. I've never been inside.
So you've explored San Antonio?
A little
Wait a minute, I turned this. Hold on, let me turn this up and turn this down.
bit, yeah.
So can you tell me what exactly am I supposed to remember about the Alamo?
Ooh, snap. I don't even know.
Dude, I went to the Alamo when I was a kid. I don't get it, bro. I don't get how you enjoy that. I don't see how anyone can enjoy that. It's awful. No offense to my San Antonio people. It's so boring, bro. I don't see how you go there and enjoy that.
All I know is they play great defense.
Yep, there you go.
Is that why the Spurs are known as a defensive team?
Yeah, a team that plays together, plays defense
Alamo is a gift shop. That's all it is.
and offense.
Now, you're an art fan. If you had to commission a portrait made of yourself by any
Why is
artist,
there so much mute? Is this the whole interview or is this like a preview of the interview? Why is the music like this? The historical significance carries it? I mean, I don't know. He said it's more of the history behind it, but yeah, it's pretty lame. It's so lame. They need to do something.
throughout the course of time, which artists are you choosing, and then what medium are we working with? Sculpture, watercolor, realism.
Probably Salvador Dali. Just make me look crazy. His work is all over the place. Sometimes it doesn't make sense, so see what he can do.
That's an amazing choice as well.
This is the most random setup ever. They're getting sponsored by Home Depot, and then they have Home Depot on a Nintendo Switch.
Where you hanging that?
Right above my bed.
It's pretty cocky of you, though. It's a portrait of yourself. All right, how many countries would you say you visited? Over 20?
Probably.
Okay, we're going to play a little game. I'm going to name a category.
Oh
You
my
tell
God.
me which country does it the best, okay? Food.
Dude, that's so hard.
If you want to make this one
America.
a top 3 for this specific category, I'll give it to you.
Japan. I go put Mexico in there. Mexican food. Spanish food too.
Spanish food. Spanish food's good. Not a lot, but what they do is really good.
What
Nightlife.
about America?
Spain again. England, London, and
America.
Okay, I
Yeah.
do like the Spanish schedule.
Yeah.
Starting late, ending really early, technically. Culture.
Culture.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm going
America.
with Brazil.
No, we're keeping it one from now on.
Okay,
now
Brazil.
What about Brazil?
Just like the vibes. Like I've
America.
never been. I want to go. What I see and like what people have told me about it, it's just good vibes. Local
America.
music, the sun.
Who does work-life balance the best? Because I know it's not here.
Yeah,
America.
definitely not here. I want to say Spain. Like you said, laid back.
America.
Start the day a little later.
Good guy.
Siesta. Like
What is it? Like, no offense to these. 2 minutes in, we have 2 minutes of icebreakers. America.
all of that.
What about cleanliness? The cleanest country you've been to?
Finland.
Finland.
Yeah,
Interesting choice.
very clean. And they had the best tap water I've ever tried.
You've been to New York City?
I don't know if they have good tap water.
I know they have amazing tap water.
They do?
Finland, though, I do believe that sounds about right.
Yeah.
What country has the best athletes?
Oh
I
my
think you have to
god.
do with America.
I think that's about right. I would say so. What about the most beautiful people?
That's a good question.
America.
I like
India. Okay, India. I'll take India.
Spain.
You can't argue with that. We got to get you to Spain.
Spain.
All season. What about
Japan.
the tallest people that you've seen?
Coolest. Probably America.
Or what about the best museums, education, tourism, things to do when you're in this country?
England.
And I don't know if you take this, public transportation.
Definitely not America. Definitely not Texas.
It's definitely not America, yeah. I heard Japan's really great. I'm going to be visiting Japan pretty soon.
It's got really good public transport.
In July, I'm going to be visiting Japan.
Underground.
Yeah.
But it closes at night. New York City,
Yeah.
24/7.
It's 24/7?
In New York.
I don't know if I trust that, though.
No, you
I
shouldn't.
wouldn't be
You're right.
going there.
If it guaranteed Chris Paul had to match your exact same hairstyle, could you score 100 points in a high school basketball game? Could you do it?
I would have to.
Come on, y'all. What? This is boring. The theme song from the movie Team America comes up. America. America.
It's not good. I would have to.
F you.
I'd have to make it.
What animal would you want to be reincarnated as?
Killer whale.
Oh, a killer whale. You want to be top of the food chain?
I do.
So this is something you've thought about.
Yeah, actually, it's funny. I was talking to someone recently about it.
About reincarnation or the orca?
Like, what animal would I be if I
Really?
if I fit?
What's one skill set outside of basketball athletics that you're convinced you're one of the best in the world at?
At the world, be me.
That's a great cop-out answer. You can't really argue with that. You are you. Do you believe in the following things? Zodiac signs.
50-50?
50-50. Have you ever looked up your own traits?
I have.
And did it not apply?
A little bit.
What about aliens?
I do
Oh
believe in
my-
aliens.
The one on your team?
Oh my god.
That's one.
The first time you saw him, were you shocked at the physical size?
Yeah, it didn't
Okay,
feel right.
okay. Woo, we're into basketball. We're 4 minutes in, and now we're talking about basketball. No offense, but that was a long icebreaker, and I had it on 1.25 speed, guys. Oh my god.
Right. Because, you know, I'm 6'9", 6'8", but in front of him, I feel tiny, and that's not right.
What about reincarnation?
I think you guys are right. He is jealous of Wemby. This is rough, man. We're talking about reincarnation? Tupac.
Some sort of way, I believe, you know, we're all energy, so the energy has to go somewhere.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
I don't think so.
Sorry, ladies.
I know. I wish.
You know Gucci Mane?
Yeah.
Do you think he's a clone?
What?
No, I don't know enough about him.
Okay. He went into prison really fat and out of shape
Oh, yeah.
and left looking like Dwayne
Yeah.
Wade.
Maybe he was just motivated.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's more right. Envision this scenario. It's game 7 of the NBA Finals.
Okay.
Spurs
Okay.
are down 2 with 7 seconds left. Coach Pop draws up a perfect play for a wide
I'm gonna miss you, Pop. All right, what we doing?
open shooter in the corner. Who's taking the shot that is not an athlete?
What? Dude, we were so close. We were so close to an NBA question. We were so close. Who takes the shot that's not an athlete? He's like, we're talking basketball. All right, here's a basketball scenario. Now, let's not talk about basketball. What? Dude, I don't know. Denzel Washington, I don't know. He acted in a basketball movie, dude. A Lil Bow Wow, he was like Mike.
Beyonce.
trust her
Beyonce.
Trust her game.
Who would you say her comparison was?
Curry.
Just went like, so she got a jump shot.
Yeah.
How do you think American high school sports compare to overseas?
Overseas is a lot better.
There we
Really?
go.
In
In
terms
my
of what?
opinion. Here in high school, there's more exposure, the fans, you have cheerleaders, that's cool. But I think like the level of basketball and like the teaching point, Europe.
So all those classic American
So basically, we should just get as many European players as we possibly can, which I am in favor for. I am definitely in favor for. Reason why the Spurs were so successful 2014 was because we had so many different cultures that actually knew the game of basketball. Yeah, I agree.
stereotypes, the big school cheerleaders fan section. Was that a shock to you when you came?
Yeah, I mean, before that, I was at a little gym, maybe 50, 100 people watching, and then going into high school, it's just a whole big show. And it was pretty cool to be a part of.
So you're a fan of that atmosphere?
Yeah, 100%.
In terms of tall tales, I'm going to tell you a scenario, an NBA what if. Tell me how you think the situation would have played out.
Okay.
So tell me, what if KD, Russ, and Harden stayed on the Thunder together?
Ooh,
I
good question.
think they would win.
I don't think they will win. The fact that they allowed the Warriors to come back the way that they allowed the Warriors to come back, I don't think they would have won. I think that would have had 0 chips. Yeah, I think they still have 0 chips. I'm not. I don't want to be the guy like the believer of like, oh, you need an alpha, but like, kind of, bro. Like Harden and KD were obviously the most talented, but then you had Westbrook who made some questionable decisions, and he was probably more so the leader. And I just don't know if that works. But I could be wrong.
I don't think they would have got to, like, individually, they would have got to the level of where they at now. But that's, again, sacrificing for, the better.
What type of range of rings are you thinking for them?
3.
Look at that. You see that? He's all about sacrifice. I was talking to somebody about this earlier, and I think one thing that Spurs fans often, and not all Spurs fans, but specific Spurs fans really underrate when it comes to someone like Sochan. It drives me crazy, bro. It drives me crazy. Like, we are so fixated on, and this is important, don't get me wrong. Like, this is why I want Dylan Harper, right? This is why Wemby's so great. But, like, we're so fixated on how talented someone is, and we start to forget that sometimes the most talented team isn't even the one that wins it all, right? Like, you can be extraordinarily talented, but at the end of the day, it takes so much willpower, and it takes taking the game seriously and wanting to win, being willing to do whatever it takes to get the W, right? The Miami Heat, they were more talented than the Dallas Mavericks, but the Mavericks still beat them, right? And convincingly so. And I think a big part of it is just wanting. I don't want to say this is all the time, but a big part of it is really wanting it and really caring about the basics and really caring about the details. Like, I never thought, as long as I've been a Spurs fan, I never once thought that our team believed that they couldn't win it all. I never thought that. Even when everything was stacked against them, there were certain series they just would not go away. And this is why I love guys like Sochan, because I think he'll be this type of player. He's already kind of shown it, but we ain't really got to see it in a playoff setting. But he is the type of guy that is relentless as far as thinking that his team can win, and relentless when it comes to respecting the game of basketball, right? It's a lot of attention to detail in his game, I think, and he's just getting better and better. And he's just one of those guys. But I think back on the 2011 Spurs when we lost against the Memphis Grizzlies, and I think we took them to Game 6, right? That game where Gary Neal hit that big shot, that game was incredible to me. It's one of my favorite Spurs games because we had no business winning a game versus those Grizzlies. I know that they were 8th seed, but we were already beat up. They were on a roll. We had no reason to get to have a fight in that series. And the fact that game, they were like, we're not going home. We are going to be relentless. We are not going home. It just stands out to me. It's just one of those teams where every single player believes that we're going to win. Or you think back against the Warriors, right? When Manu Ginobili had his iconic game. I think it was his last season with us. And, remember he got the Ginobili chants and everything. Had a tear in my eye. But that was a game where it's like, we're relentless, right? They're more talented, but we're going to get this win. And I feel like having guys like that is super important, and we take that for granted. The way that the Spurs draft, the guys that they bring on the team are all like this, or most of them are like this. Sometimes you can get away with having a player or two that's just talented, don't have that type of mindset. But like our main core is always like this. I feel like Sochan is like this, Wemby's like this, Castle is like this. Like these guys really care. I really do think that they care. So I don't know. A lot of guys go to the league, especially young guys. They just come in, try to make their money and move on. But I think they respect the game of basketball a lot. And I think that that's something that people don't really give a lot of credit for or notice. And they're just fixated on names and getting the right talent, where it's like you need both, right? Because everyone in the NBA is talented. And sometimes things aren't going to be perfect, right? You're going to have a guy that's out, or, guys aren't feeling the best. But that mentality, what they have up here, what they have in here is super important. Know what I mean? You guys know what I'm saying. Why are we talking about MJ? Someone mentioned MJ? Chemistry in depth is really important. Super team era is in the past. Yeah, it's definitely in the past. You said, I mean, they're professional. I don't know if you're talking to me. They're professional athletes. That's how they should be. I know we can say that they should be. I agree with you, but it's just not the reality, right? A lot of these guys that come into, you got to keep in mind their circumstances on why they're like this. A lot of guys that come up in the NBA or make it to the NBA, they've been told that they're great since they were kids, right? Like they've been NBA prodigies in their town since they were children. Like in middle school through high school, people are putting their eyes on them, like, you're going to make it to the NBA. You're going to make it to the NBA. So a lot of times they're already a little bit full of themselves and they get to the NBA and they don't really have a great grasp of what it takes to be great. They're just there kind of to make their money, have a good time. Work on the game, but it's really just a means to just do what they were always meant to do. But you take someone like Sochan, where he was probably told a long time, hey, you're going to be in the NBA. You have a legitimate shot to make it to the NBA. But he genuinely cares. He's been like this. I watched him in college with Baylor. He was like this. Like, whatever it takes to win, he didn't care about his stats. And even as great as Wemby is, he's the same way. And you don't get too many guys like that. And I think we underestimate that. That's going to be a big issue, I think, with Anthony Edwards. Like, we'll see, But a big driving force for him was Kyle Anderson, right? He used to talk about like how Kyle Anderson had to motivate him, and other guys on his team has to motivate him. And I don't really think we ever had that problem with our big three, and nor do I think we have that problem with the motivation that guys like Sochan, Wemby, Castle has, right? Clan, is AAU hurting American players? Maybe a little bit. I don't think they get taught the basic fundamentals like a lot of other guys. I know that, it's basically a Sochan video, but Sochan is very disciplined defensively, and I think that's another thing he doesn't get credit for, because stats-wise, you'll see like, he averaged 0.8 steals, 0.8 blocks or something like that, and then you're like, well, he's not that great defensively. But if you pay attention, all the fundamentals are there. He makes it as difficult as humanly possible on you to score those baskets. Guys, I had oh man, I wonder if I can find it real quick. I hate just bringing things up right off the fly, because I don't know if I can find it quickly, but I'm gonna see if I can find it. And this is the type of stuff that drives me crazy. I remember someone posting something trying to call out Sochan. It was about Sochan's video, or not video, his he said something like shoot, let's see. He says something about, actually, hold on, I might have bookmarked it. Crap, I didn't bookmark it. Anyways, let's see if I can find it really quick. If I can't, oh well. But someone was talking trash about Jeremy, because it's when he said, why does King James flop so much? And then someone was like, is this you, bruh? And then showed him playing defense against LeBron, and it was perfect fundamental defense. Like it was like, you're trying to call him out, but this is good defense. What are we even talking about? Let me see. Let me see, King James. See if we can find that tweet from Sochan. Let's see if we can find. So it's 2023. It was this play. Yeah, like, look at this. Was this last night? And look at this. Look at this. Look at this defense. What exactly is wrong with this defense? And this is Sochan, right? Look at this fundamental defense. He's in front of him the whole time. He can keep up with him, even if someone gets behind, which, he doesn't have a hard time with small forwards. But if someone gets past him and he gets a little behind, he can recover because he's quick enough. He's in your face the whole time. He goes straight up. They call a foul they shouldn't have. But, people calling that out? Like, what was that? What was this? You know what I mean? This is his defense all the time. And sometimes guys do get to score because, great offense is just better than great defense. But, it's beautiful basketball, bro. And he does it night in and night out on a multitude of different assignments. So he's a very smart defender that I think he doesn't get credit for. All right, let's I'm sorry, that was a long tangent. Clan, pull up the clip of Sochan's improved shot. Oh crap. Did I if I didn't repost it, then I don't know how quickly I'll be able to get to it. Let me type in Jeremy Sochan jump shot, because I don't remember where that is. Let's see if, okay, I don't have it. See if there's a media on here of it. Okay, nothing here. Where the heck did we find that? Yeah, we did a video on it. Let me see if it's on my page. I'm not quite sure if it is, to be honest. If it's not, it's not. You know, we have to just move on. Don't think I have it. Yeah, I don't think I have it. It does look nice, though. Yeah, I don't think I have it. Sorry, guys. Wait, was that it? Oh, wait, here it is. Here it is. So much better. Yeah, the hitch is gone. But that's the thing, guys. I think the hitch was due to them wanting him to... I could be wrong. I could be wrong here, right? This is just my opinion. I could be wrong, though. But I think the hitch was to focus in on the arc, and now you can see that his arc is much improved, and now they're into the second stage of getting rid of that. It seems really, though, with Sochan, there's been like a step-by-step basis with things, right? I mean, even with the one-arm free throws, it's not just to be flashy. They're obviously working on aspects that he's struggling with to make it more of a habit. But yeah, you can see that it's a little bit more of an arc now. Looks like it's a little bit more consistent. So it's steps. It's steps with Sochan. That's why I hate when people are just so freaking pessimistic all the time. But it kind of goes back to what I said, right? It's not just about... This right here, guys, is character. This is mental. All right. It's not all about just talent. This type of stuff, how he's trusting the franchise, taking it a step at a time with that patience and wanting to be great and wanting to win and help his team. This is important. And I know you can say, oh, well, other athletes should feel like, yeah, they should, but it's just not the reality. They don't. A lot of guys don't work on it like this. And Sochan, similar to Wemby, he could literally make a career and never shoot a jump shot. I really mean that. He could make a career. His defense is so good, and it's pretty elite, right? Top of the list as far as defense goes in the NBA. On a lot of different lists, he's top of the list. He could just make a career off of that and call it a day. He could be a pick and roll. He'd always be a liability as far as outside shooting. Just be more of a pick and roll guy. Play some good defense. He can make a career out of that. Maybe he won't be like a starter, but a team could always use an enforcer. They could always use a defensive guy like him, right? He could just make a career off of that and call it a day. Same thing with Wemby, but they constantly adding to their game. That's mental, bro. They don't have to do it. You can make millions of dollars and just lean on what you already do well. Just be elite at what you do. But he wants to be great, And I think that's something that's underlooked, right? You can have the most talented team in the world, but if they don't have the right mentality, you're screwed. You're not going to win anything. And I guess that goes back to the OKC discussion too, right? I just don't know if that team wins a championship. And it's mostly mental, but the talent's there.
At least 3. James Harden at some point would not be coming off the bench anymore, I would assume. He was too good.
There's no way.
What about if Jordan never retired? The first time around.
He would have an extra championship.
He would have had at least 8.
Does that mean 8 in a row, or just he would have acquired 8 eventually?
I'm not saying 8 in a row. That's crazy. But anyone who would do it would be him.
Do you think Luka would have been on the Lakers? I do not think so.
I don't think so.
What if Jeremy Sohan stuck with
What? Wait, what does that have to do with? Do you think Luka would have been on the Lakers? Can someone explain that to me? 8 Pete? Yeah, probably. Can someone explain that to me? What does he mean? Why did he bring up Luka? Chat, can you help me with this one? I'm a little confused. Why was Luka brought up? Luka would be. You're confused too? I don't really. Would that mean Luka had been on the Lakers? What? If Jordan would have won, I don't get it. I don't. I think the chat's a little baffled too. I don't know. Is this an overseas interview? I have no idea. I don't know where this is at. Why did Sochan chose to interview with this? Wait, I don't know if this guy's a clown. This guy's probably cool. It's not insult the man. I just think, I don't know, just these questions. I mean, they're fun questions, but it just felt like like an icebreaker for 6 minutes. I don't know.
the long jump?
I would definitely not be here.
Do you think you could have taken another avenue and been an elite athlete in a different competition or sport?
I think so. So I feel like if I did something else, pursued a different career, I think I'd be able to get there too.
What do you think would have given you the best?
That's a lot of athletes. They could have went into other avenues. They're just that talented. But how great they would have been in those, I don't know.
Chance?
If I was a goalkeeper?
Oh, you play goalkeeper?
Yeah, I was a goalkeeper.
Who would you compare yourself to?
Prime Casillas.
Wait. Did we know this information? Did we know that Sochan was a goalkeeper? Because we know that Wimby was. A goalkeeper is just the same as a goalie, right? I'm making sure I'm not goalie. Here it is. Before basketball, Wembanyama played soccer as a goalkeeper, adding to his athletic background. Okay. Because we knew about... Oh, okay. Maybe we did know that already. Okay. Maybe we already knew that. We probably already knew that. And I just don't remember going over it.
Alcoa, because that's my personal favorite goalkeeper.
Really?
He comes alive during the World Cup, and I feel like it's pretty bad any other
true.
time.
Yeah.
Speaking of soccer, what's the most unstoppable FIFA team of all time?
Real Madrid right now.
Right now.
It's too much. It's crazy.
So if you were playing someone in FIFA, they picked Real Madrid. Would you
Okay.
not respect their game?
No.
Who's your go-to team?
I don't even want to say it. It's Liverpool. I don't like it.
So why do you use them? You must like them to some extent.
Because they're just overpowered on...
So you like winning more than you hate Liverpool?
Yeah.
If you had to compare your basketball game to an artist besides Salvador Dali, who would it be?
Picasso.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Really?
Because you are kind of out of the box in terms of today's NBA game, I would say. Not many prospects come around like you. Did you used to play a more fundamental...
He called himself Picasso? I love it.
game? Because Picasso started simple and then
Right.
got
I would
unique.
say, growing up, everyone that makes it to the league was pretty dominant and was probably the main thing on their team. But like you said, once you start craving a role in the NBA, not everyone's gonna get the ball in their hands and get 10 ISOs a game and score 25 points a game. So yeah, for sure.
What's your preferred environment to be at? If you could only pick one.
Somewhere with a lot of green, trails, where I can walk my dogs. That sounds like a lot of peace.
How many dogs do you have?
I have 2.
What types?
German pointers, GSPs.
GSPs, like
Yeah.
PSG.
Yeah.
But opposite.
Yeah.
Do you have that dog in you?
I do.
What type?
A large dog.
Okay. Would you rather enter the octagon for 30
I wish we could This is weird. This is weird. This is like a quick fire question type deal. This seems like something they will post on San Antonio's Instagram, Like that dog in them. I wish we would have piggyback off of that a little bit.
seconds with the Golden Bear or be swarmed by 100,000 bats inside the Alamo Dome with Manu Ginobili by your side to defend you?
I'm going with Manu. He's already caught one before. So I think, he can catch them all and protect me from those bets.
So this last question is a Home Depot question.
Okay.
If you could build any amenity in your home that you don't have, what would it be? You
Right
could
now?
go larger than life. You could think unrealistic, whatever you want.
How much they pay him to be here?
An underground bunker.
Like a bat cave.
Yeah.
And what purpose is this serving you?
I could do whatever I want in that back cave. So.
Okay, underground bunker.
Yeah.
You're tricking it out, cars, TVs,
Yeah.
workout
maybe
room.
Maybe like a couple cars. Definitely a workout room, little spa area, TV, kitchen, just everything I need to survive.
Out of every question I've asked you just now, what percentage have you never heard before?
70%.
70%. I guarantee you if we went through it, it would be more than 70%.
Really?
But it's your call. 70%. I was asking you some standard questions in between too.
Yeah.
But 70%, that's a C. I'll take it.
Say it's in the title. It's the format's in the title. I mean, Jeremy Sochan answers questions he's never been asked. I mean, I suppose, but like, you can ask him some questions about himself that probably were never asked before. I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, these questions are questions none of us have been asked. I don't know. I didn't hate it or anything. It's just, yeah. Baylor legend. Music was fine. Awkward interview. What the? Hey, yo, that's about me. Don't let Clan the Spurs fans see this. Too late. Hold on. I need an emoji. I need a crying emoji. Too late. Boo ha 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 ha. Busted? Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, I'll be honest. Usually I come out of these and I'm like, oh, I really like that. I didn't really enjoy this. I did not like this interview, but I think that we at least got some good discussions out of it. But I kind of hated this interview. No disrespect to this man. No disrespect to this channel. I mean, it's a huge channel. Oh my God. I didn't realize how big this channel is. Yeah, no disrespect to them or anything. Yeah, I'm just a little smaller channel. I didn't enjoy this. I didn't enjoy this. Yeah, I didn't realize they did one with De'Aaron Fox too. Oh boy. Okay. That'll have to be another one for another day. All right.